Hello and welcome to your Leisure Luke to the Moon reset instructions. If you recently got this puzzle box or if you've just solved it, you need to reset it. You can get a copy of these PDF instructions at leisureluke.com/to-the-moon-reset. There are several types of resets. A full reset if you've just solved the puzzle box. If you're setting it up for long-term storage, you'll just do steps 1 and 2. And if you've received a Founders Edition unlocked, you're going to be doing steps 4 through 10, and you can skip ahead. But without further ado, we're going to start with step number 1. So, the first step is to put the coin, this is the intergalactic space coin, in what I call the moon butt. This is the bottom side of the moon, and it just rests in there like that. And then you're going to grab your meteorite vault. And on one side of the vault is kind of open, and these two pieces slide right into each other. So, coin in the bottom, and you're going to slide just like that. And then the coin can't fall out anymore. And that is step 1. Step 2, we're going to install the vault and fasten the top. So you're going to grab your To the Moon puzzle box and your vault, and you're going to align the logos. That's kind of how I remember to align it. You got to align the door with the vault logo, like this. And then from the top, you can see that this vault just slides up the middle. It's a pretty tight fit, but eventually it should slide all the way up, just like that. Next, you're going to load any kind of prize you want inside. This is going to be what they think is the main vault. And then fasten on our moon top. Now this moon top is just threads on it, just screws, but it's a little difficult to get started. So I always recommend aligning this with the key. Face it towards that side, and that's about where it catches. Kind of right by here, actually. So it catches there, and then it should be pretty easy to screw on. I'm staring at the camera as I'm doing this, so of course I'm struggling to get it started. And it feels like it finally caught. Alright, and you're going to tighten this until it's pretty much tight, which should align this groove with this. You may have to just back it up a little. And then when you let the puzzle box fall, see how I can lift it up from the bottom still? But if you just let it fall right on its groove, that's where we need it to be. All the way seated. Nice. Alright, then we can grab our stand and set this down. And well done. This is one of the hardest parts, and you've completed it now, so we can just leave that alone and move on to step number 3, which is rotating the inner wheel left. This is the first actual time we're locking something on the puzzle box. So we're going to flip it to the side that looks like a puzzle. If you've got little fingers, you can reach in, and we're going to push this. This is the number 8 piece. Push it all the way in, and then slide the wheel to the left, just like that. And now the button won't come back out. So when I push this button in, that allows the red thing to move freely. So if the red thing has fallen, now that you've got the blue arrow all the way to the left, you've slid that left, just put the red thing back. And if you can't slide the blue thing left, make sure you've got that button pushed in. And then just align the red thing back. It'll kind of click into position when it's done. Nice job. Step number 4, storing the key. So we're gonna locate the side that says the key, and you'll see we have a open slot available. Find the key, which looks like this, and you're gonna have to give it a pretty firm push to get it to really snap in, and then you shouldn't be able to pull it back out. Once it's in, it's in. And that's step 4. And that might be the first step. If you've received it unlocked, the first step you have to do is pushing that key. Step 5, we need to lock this side of the puzzle box. Now without pressure on the bottom, you're just going to push this in until it clicks, and it should snap into place and not pop back out. I know I did that kind of fast. If it's not going in, just make sure that the moon is resting all the way down on the top, and that'll push right in pretty easily. Step number 6, we're going to load the rocket. This is arguably the most challenging part of the puzzle box. So the first thing we're going to do is just take this dial, and we're going to set it to 3, 2, 1, which is the secret combination. So now we can push in this launch button, the spaceship button. See how that pushes? I'm going to set this down, grab our rocket, and we load it like this from the top down. So get it in the spot, push in that button, and then push down on the rocket. And it should snap into place when you release the button. So it's almost flush with the top. And if you don't know if it's all the way down, just give it a push. It should be okay. Again, in the instructions, you're going to push in that side button and drop the rocket into place while the combo is set to 3, 2, 1. And then the rocket should be pretty much stuck down there, and the button should be popped back out. Now we'll set this back. I like to start the puzzle solve at 4, 4, 4. It just looks good, I think. And now we can't push this button in very far. So, nice work. That was the most difficult step. If you've gotten through this, the rest of it is going to be a pretty easy walk in the park. So, step 7 is we need to lock the NASA side. So set your combo again to 4, 4, 4, and then like we did on the key, you're just going to push in this button until it clicks, like that, and then it shouldn't pop back out. So it's stuck in there pretty good. Push it kind of hard. Nice. And now we need to lock the button, and this is another two-hander part, so I'm going to set it back on the stand for now. We have 2 pieces that you're going to need to find. One is this. This is the do not push door cover, and the other is this hex screw, which may already be screwed into the bottom of the puzzle box a little bit. So I'm just going to set it down here and get it started. You should do the same. Just get it started so it won't fall back out. Very nice. That's just normal threads. Now we're going to take the do not push button cover, and we're going to slide it on from the side, just like that, and then it covers the button. So I'll take it back off. You can see it has a little button space inside of it, so that'll slide on and then drop back down, and then it kind of pushes itself back out. It's got like a little spring, so hold it down while you tighten up this piece. And there's a tool for this. This is called the tool, and it fits perfect, and just rotate it to the right, righty-tighty, until it's pretty snug, and then this won't come bouncing off anymore. And the goal is just have this tight enough so that when your solver goes to solve it, they'll be able to loosen it back up. But only when they have the tool, not with their fingers. You don't want them to loosen it up like this. You want them to have to use the tool. So, cover closed with this tight. That is step 8, which was lock the rocket button cover. Okay, we're getting close to the end. There's only 2 steps left. Step number 9, lock the heist side. So this is a little tricky. I'm going to start by putting the tool into the door. It fits in like this. Kind of snaps in there. Make sure it's pressed in nicely. And now we're going to lock up this. This side is called the heist. So the first thing we're going to do is push in the blue diamond, like we've done on the other sides, and it should stay down. If it doesn't, you may just have to push up here, and it'll stay in better. And then we have to push this all the way up until it locks. And when it's vertical, this little red clip kind of holds it in place. So I shouldn't be able to just pull it back down anymore. It's stuck up there. So this is pushed in, and then this is rotated all the way up until it's in place. And that's another two-parter in the instructions. There's 2 arrows. One to push it in, and the second to rotate this up. Push in, rotate up until it clips. Nice. And everything else you should be able to leave alone. And now you can close the door, which is the last step, the 10th and final step to preparing this puzzle box. Now to close the door, you can either set the dial to the 9 o'clock-ish or the 3 o'clock position. Just don't have it in the middle or the center pin can't go down. So just turn it to the side. And I like to use two thumbs and give it a good push. And you'll hear click, 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 like that. And now the door is shut. So just make sure this dial is to one side or the other, and then push the door closed. And it might seem like there's a little gap. That's okay. The idea is they just can't open the door right away super easily. They'll have to solve the puzzle to get it open. And it should be pretty much flush. So now the puzzle is locked. There's no way to get in. I can't move the moon up or down. And the key locked. The puzzle, this is locked. As long as this arrow is to the left. We're just double checking. The door's closed. The hex screw is tight. The NASA button is pushed in. We've got our dial set to 444. And our heist door is closed and the tool was inside. Now you can just take your stand, set the puzzle on the stand, and this is ready to be solved. There's 10 steps to reset and 40 fun steps to solve. And if you just did this reset, don't worry, you can still solve this and enjoy it. You'll know a couple of the secrets, but definitely not all of the secrets. So enjoy, share, like, hit subscribe, and leave any comments or tips for other people. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Tio pup. Who's a good boy?